Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we're going to be doing the Yulin companion mission. I was going to do all the March training, but I think it's just like replaying basically what you did yesterday with like a couple things changed. So I was like, that was all a reading. I don't really want to do that again. Hello. So we're gonna do a little something different. And before we do that, I just want to enhance all this stuff. I don't really think it's built right, but you know, at least it'll give a little bit more damage for Yulin. Oh, nice. We can just not have to waste stuff. That was a lot of crit damage, though. Oh, no. It's funny you say that. Before I switched the scenes, I almost just clicked stop streaming, and I was like, well, that would have been something else. I hope you enjoyed the intro. That's all you get today. It feels real bad just using things that I already built to level it up, but I can't be bothered. Ooh. Maybe we don't need to go the whole way for all of it. A nice crit rate. All right. Let us figure out where this companion mission begins. Oh yeah. Okay. I sure hope it doesn't involve reading. Oh god. An hour and a half later. Oh god, it was all reading. What's this? Oh, reading. Nah, I'm good. A truly great swordmaster is not created through intelligence and training alone. They also require a great heart. The practice dummy system will assist you in completing various types of sword play training. What are your intentions here? No. We're leaving. That's my intention. Where's the mission at? What the heck? Where's that thing that's like Fate Atlas? In the map? Yes. That's fair. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Oh, it's this thing. No, it's not. Where the hell do you start the companion mission? Please tell me you don't have to actually complete the, Oh, there it is. There we go. Head to the Lawfu. Okay. Isn't that where I just... Wait, what? What did it say? Head to the destination location, Central Starskiff Haven. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm not... I need to walk a little bit more. It's crazy. I think.
You say you like me, past like a dream.
Beautiful singing. No?
600 years in this world.
We're already lost. This is great. It says it's supposed to be like right around here.
My pal said he can pull a few strings.
Excuse me? Maybe it is in here? Nope. Huh. I didn't think we were gonna have to have a...
Want a milk tea.
Nope, that's all just that. How are you supposed to start? Usually it's just, you know, it's just right there. Go to the Palace of Aestrum, check in on... Yeah. What? March, where are you? I need to check in. Maybe you're hidden in the corner down here. That'd be great. Big nope. Maybe we do have to do like one more training.
Start with the good stuff. Compliments make me better. So remember
So
to say
anyway, I
lots
guess
of
we're
nice
doing
things.
sword training again. We'll just do this one round and hopefully it works. Unrest. What is that? Increase the attack. Sure, master
Another
that.
new move under my belt. I gotta find time to try it out.
What do we need to learn again? Strength. It's always just strength. Alright, well that does that. Can I open this?
That's enough training for today. I need time to absorb everything.
Totally not me looking up how to start the Yulin companion quest. Yulin Canyon quest. Any quests that resolve around specific playable character? Yeah. So we're deep in the wiki. Requires trailblazing continuance. Rogues on the run. Okay.
Wonder what I'll run into today.
Oh god, it's reading. Is that you, Gambling Gremlin? I don't think I've seen you taking your work seriously before. It seems you've greatly misunderstood me. I'll have you know that I have always taken my job extremely serious. I just happen to slack off for a few hours now and then. And are you here at the Divination Commission to see Master Diviner? We're here to see you, actually. I like that I looked it up and it actually did not tell me how to do it, so that's great. To see me, let me be clear. I'll happily chat with, but if you've come to me with work, out of the question. You really do understand me. Wait, you're not planning on kicking back, drinking Storito bubble tea while you watch us diviners work ourselves to the bone, are you? And you'd make some ridiculous social media post about this being just another day on the Chenzhou Lafu or something, right? Got the wrong idea, Miss Qingqi. I came to the Divination Commission in search of an ultimate sword technique. You're looking for a sword technique? I don't know what you mean. You elaborate on the matter of the upcoming duel between March 7th and IPC Busybody, aka Dog Pigman. I don't know a thing about sword fighting, but if it's a book you're after, I can be some assistance. Mean you want us to help us with what? Hello, Nolan. Precisely. I know how this works. Master Diviner has gone to the Shenzhou to meet the general, that person face to face. However, she has already pre-planned our daily workload for the entire next month, thanks to her planning every scenario. As if it wasn't bad enough, you know the Alchemy Commission new Cauldron Master, don't you? As soon as she started her position, she waved her hand and ordered that the forbidden books confiscated from the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were to be brought by the Divination Commission repository for sealing. Before I knew it, I was absolutely buried in work. I got the feeling that all these jobs have something to do with books. Oh god, there's more reading. That's right. Our smart little March 7th has already figured it out. I see. You have come to the Divination Commission in search of a book. I am here in the process of organizing books. Isn't that just perfect? It's almost as if I'm getting free. We'll be the best partners in the cosmos ever. You don't get paid to work? You get paid to work. We don't? As if I could make a visitor work for me. You two would be here on an undercover visit to experience the daily life of Divination Commission. Blank, let's go. We can ask another diviner. Wait, of course. I would not just take advantage of you two like that. Rest assured that if you come and help me arrange those books, then we'll be able to give permission to look at all the volumes kept in the Divination Commission. There, if you happen to come across a book recording secret sword techniques, it's a win-win. Well, when you put it like that, there's no time to waste. Wait, let's leave it here for now. It's time for me to finish work. But it doesn't matter if the Master Diviner is here or not. We cannot have rumors about the Divination Commission using exploited labor. Getting out. Next time, remember to find me during work hours. Ching-Chi happily leaves the Divination. Yeah, she does live at the Divination Commission. She must be going to play Celestial Jade. Let's come back and check the Divination Commission again another time. Surely that unlocked the companion quest, right? Just increase strength again all the way. Yeah, she's the gambling gremlin. And her kit is basically just her playing a match while you're fighting. It's amazing.
What do you recommend?
Well, your mood's bad, so we need to up that. Really unlocked something.
Wait, did I? Really?
This, can you save and exit? Okay, you can.
Master Yanqing? Master Yunli? You're teaching...
Did that activate the companion quest now? What is that? Place of Artem Ashram? Nope. Okay. Like, it literally is supposed to be right here. But then when you go onto the big map, it's just completely gone.
I wonder if there's an... This place is so warm.
Maybe they're just chilling in here for some weird reason. I doubt it. Nope.
How time flies.
Sure does, buddy. Oh yeah, we gotta talk to her during the business hours. That makes sense. About navigate, yeah. Take me to it. Okay, now it actually shows up on the map.
This place is so warm.
Yep.
Ever since March
Oh.
started learning swordplay from Yanqing and Yunli, her voice has been absent on the Express.
Oh.
I wonder how well she's progressing. Where has she been these days?
You see March 7th? She didn't turn up for practice. Oh god, she's missing already? Yeah. Who's March 7th? I've never heard of her. March 7th? Never have heard anyone named March 7th here. Helping her skip class, eh? Your friendship must be pretty solid. Please stop texting so I can read your text. I'm not a legal guardian. Also saying there's way too many names. I was ordered to instruct her in the ways of the sword. She can skip class, but I can't skip my duty. We need to talk about your childish behavior, Blank. How about this? You come find me in Artem Alley. I'll wait for you. Ah, shit. We're in trouble again. It's very strange that you gotta hit navigate first instead of just going to the location that it tells you. Hello, doppelganger.
Ah, there you are. I was looking around before you got here. I already looked everywhere, but March 7th
Yeah, sorry for
is
making you wait
nowhere
for
to
so
be
long.
found.
You say I already looked everywhere, but March 7th is nowhere. So no need to keep looking
Nope.
for her then.
Let's just assume she successfully skipped
She's
class.
dead now.
Actually, she's been quite diligent in her swordplay practice and hasn't taken many breaks lately. I think she deserves a day off.
Yeah.
Besides, I used to skip classes even more than her back when I was still
Same.
learning.
That's like way
If
too
I was
much.
in the mood, I could train for 3 days straight. But if I wasn't in the mood, none of my seniors could find me. So, I can understand where she's coming from.
Looks like she learned it from you, Master.
Don't make excuses for her.
Okay, I'm sorry, I
Since
won't.
you're here, let me treat you to some tasty food.
Let's go. Free
I'm more
food.
interested in you today.
Let me be clear, I'm not learning swordplay
Let's
from you.
walk and talk.
I'm here for just the food.
Lingsha told me there's tasty food in Arum Alley. Let's go there.
Sounds good.
No wings and steamed buns. The buns are huge. Just you and
A table
What an
for
ad.
two, please.
All right, come on in. What would you like?
Well,
Think some dumplings.
one of everything on the menu.
Okay, yeah, that works too. There's probably dumplings then.
Entire menu?
Holy shit.
Do you think it'll be enough?
Double it and give it to the next person. Also, I don't think I have that much money.
Don't worry, I've got enough money with me.
Well, then I'll start making a few dishes, and if you need more, just let me know.
We about to dine and dash.
Thank you.
I swear. Are you sure we don't need to look for March?
No, I've thought about it. She deserves a day off.
Yeah, but isn't she gonna be like jealous that we went out to eat and she
Yeah.
wasn't invited?
I mean, not too much, actually. Grandpa said to never be stingy when it comes to making friends. So, how big is your appetite?
Yeah, my stomach is a bottomless pit.
Ah, then eat to your heart's content.
We're gonna ruin this restaurant.
Well, to be more precise, I'm interested in your sword.
I have a bat and a
Yan
lance
Qing mentioned you
and a hat.
before.
I have
He
no
said
sword.
that you're not to be underestimated, and that your weapon has a unique shape. So, I've always been curious about your sword. How the weight is distributed, what material it's made of, whether it contains any special ingenia, and what kind of sword techniques you use.
Yeah, it's not a sword, it's a baseball bat.
Seriously? A bat?
You disappointed?
It's the opposite.
I mean,
This
yeah,
is
her grandpa
fascinating.
said anything can be a sword. Holy crap. You place your beloved bat, your most trusted companion, perhaps second only to the likes of March 7th, Danhung, Welt, Himiko, and Pom Pom, before Yulin's gaze.
So, it really is a baseball bat.
Hmm?
Grandpa said that a sword doesn't have to be constrained by a
Yeah.
shape. So, in a sense, your bat is a sword too. He also said that a weapon mimics its master. So, your bat actually reflects your habits and nature, you know? Let me guess. You're someone who doesn't follow the rules, enjoys improvising, and can handle yourself well against tough foes. Am I right?
Sometimes. Oh, you're mistaken. I always follow the rules. Have you been secretly filming us?
Amazing, right? And I bet you always say something
Oh my god, she
silly
does.
like, rules are made to be broken. I've come across so many sword wielders who acted all righteous and moral, but were really just liars. Their swords always told the truth, though. They told me that
You could
their
talk to
wielders were
swords?
just a bunch of frauds who relied on their divine weapons for everything. I've hunted down hundreds of swords like this so far, and every single one of them has been melted down.
You take people's swords by force and then melt them down?
Yes,
Oh,
but
all right.
only
She came
for
right
those
out of
who
it.
cross the line. Melting their swords is my way of protecting those weapons. But just looking at a sword is not enough. Grandpa always says, words and expressions can be deceiving. But in a fight to the death, a sword's movements never lie. The war dance is just around the corner. You'll be participating, right?
I hope they let us participate.
Miss Yunli, for talented sword masters like you, the war dance is a perfect opportunity to show off your skills and make a name for yourself. But for people like her who have already made significant contributions to the Xianzhou, they maybe don't need to prove themselves on the war dance stage.
Straight to the
It has
finals.
been a while, Miss Nameless.
And you are?
Just about to say the same thing. Yep, and you are.
I suppose busy people have short memories. Please let me introduce myself. I'm Shi Kui, one of the secretaries serving the Helmmaster Yukong. I apologize for interrupting your conversation. I happened to hear you discussing the war dance. And since this person is an old acquaintance, I thought
I've never
I'd
met
come
this
and say
lady in my
hello.
life.
Yes, with the war dance approaching, many guests from afar are pouring in. Mr. Pavo here is one of them. He's from the distant planet Kalevala. Mr. Pavo's planet recently joined the Pan-Cosmic Trade System. He brought his delegation here this time, not only for business, but also to return something that belongs to the Xianzhou.
Miss Shikwe, the word gift is perhaps more fitting than return. While it did once belong to the Xianzhou,
No.
it faced many
That was the dude that
tribulations to
plays
be able
Spike
to
Siegel's
deliver it
voice.
here, so it should be considered a gift.
I apologize for my poor choice of words. Mr. Pavo's delegation brought a legendary Xianzhou sword that had been lost for centuries.
Oh, snap.
General Huayan
we
plans
get a
to
new weapon?
personally thank them at the Palace of Astrum and present the sword as a prize to the champion of the war dance. Mr. Pavo and I were actually on our way there. Since you two were talking so enthusiastically about the war dance, maybe you'd be interested
But-
in joining us at the Palace of Astrum?
But the buffet. Oh,
Nice to meet you both. The journey to the Xianzhou Laofu wasn't an easy one, but the scenery here is worth
we
it.
did dine and dash then.
Completely different from my homeland. Once the formalities at the Palace of Astrum are finished, I'll find a quiet spot on this street and plant a seedling. And then my mission will be complete.
Hey, careful planting trees around here.
The Sword of Heroes
We
will
started a
finally
war like
return
30
to
years
its
ago.
rightful owners. I couldn't be happier.
What's your
Oh,
world
you're
like?
Interested in my home planet? That's great. Your Excellency is welcome to visit us at any time. Even though the trade route just opened, it still might take around 200 system hours to get there from Pier Point.
Jeez.
But our planet is really great. Sure, it's a bit cold and the food is a bit repetitive and our houses aren't as fancy as
You're not
those
really
on
selling
Pier
it, though.
Point, but that doesn't matter. We've discovered massive supernium deposits, and we're on the path to prosperity.
What's the sword like?
You mean the Mieka Kivesa? It's an incredible sword. That weapon helped the legendary heroes of my homeland slay demons, and is highly revered. It also has the power to choose monarchs. All the ancient kings of Kalevala received a
Jeez.
sign from the sword, showing they were worthy to rule the land. According to tradition, each monarch would plunge the sword into a stone, and only a hero recognized by the sword could pull it out and ascend to the throne next. Well, those are just legends
that's
from the past.
some
No
fake
one today
plot
has
lines right
witnessed it
there.
firsthand. Well, times have changed, and now that we have a council in place, the idea of a sword crowning a king has become a joke. Besides, it wasn't a native of Kalevala who last pulled out the sword and recognized its connection to the Xianzhou ship. It was a visitor from afar. While the sword holds great historical significance for Kalevala, it doesn't truly belong to our world. The old-timers on council had a heated debate about whether to return the sword. They eventually unanimously agreed to let the Mieka Kivesa return to where it truly belongs. That's the best possible outcome. Wonderful. It's an honor to have so many people witness the sword's homecoming.
Sounds like a really cool sword. I do hope they give it to us.
Let's
And this
head to
one
the
doesn't
Palace of
meld it.
Astrum together.
I'd love to look at
I
that sword.
know, right? Thanks to March 7 skipping class, we get to join in on the fun.
And she gets to miss all of it.
Grandpa always asks me to go look at swords with him, but he hasn't said anything about
She's
this.
definitely gonna melt it.
It's really weird. But now that we're invited, let's go and check it out.
All right, let's head to that sword. Oh god, that scared me.
There you are. Come on, let's go to the ceremony.
It was like 2
together.
seconds, chill.
Please allow
Oh,
me to
it's
offer
Argentine.
a sincere compliment, my fair lady. Your beauty is as pure as a snow-white iris. Well, if it isn't my dear friend, glad to meet you again.
It's our homie.
Who is this weirdo?
Yeah.
Who is this knight?
I am Argenti, a member of the Knights of Beauty. I was invited as a part of the Kalevala delegation to escort the legendary Mieka Kivesa back to the Cienjo. May I have the honor of knowing your name?
My name is Yunli.
What a beautiful name! I wonder if you have ever heard the holy name of the pure and flawless goddess Adrilla.
Oh, you're
I've heard some
here,
stories.
Yunli. Didn't expect you to be so well informed. Well, now that you're here, don't forget your manners.
Manners. Come on. You
Jeez.
won't find another granddaughter as polite and well-behaved as me.
I don't know about that.
Well, just remember this is a very serious ceremony. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Pavo. Now, let the sword gifting ceremony begin.
Before the ceremony officially commences, I want to express my gratitude to the Knight Argenti. Thank you for enlightening us about the sword's origin and for escorting it here safely so that we may complete this ceremony.
Let's go, Argentine.
On behalf of the Kalevalan delegation, I, Pavel Kalistaya, am here to return the legendary Mieka Kifesa to the Cienjo Alliance, its rightful homeland.
I'm truly grateful for Kalevala's noble act of returning the sword and for the Knight of Beauty's chivalry. Now, as we gather here on the Cienjo Lafu, I officially welcome the sword back to its homeland.
Kind of sad it's not in like a
Mieka
stone
Kivesa.
display.
It's a fitting name for a sword with such a legendary past. I still remember the name engraved on this sword the day it was forged. Guyin. It was forged by Han Guang, a craftsman from the Zhu Ming's Pyrojaya Forge.
Wait. Hangguang?
Although its blade is worn and cracked, its essence remains as resilient as the Cienjo Cloud Knights. All it needs is some repairs and polishing by the skilled craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission to regain its former glory. I've decided to entrust
Oh
this
yeah, that look
sword
is definitely. I'm melting that sword.
the Lawful Artisanship Commission for restoration. Furthermore, it will serve as the prize for the champion of the Lawful War Dance. This sword will be wielded against abominations to protect our homeland and live up to the mission of the Kalevalan delegation that returned it from so far away.
His eyes are so
Thank you,
pretty.
General. It is an honor for Kalevala.
Now, esteemed knight and delegation members, please head to the Artisanship Commission, where
No! This sword was forged by Hangguang.
Yunli! These esteemed guests have brought back your father's last work. Where are your manners?
Oh, I didn't realize this sword was actually forged by your father.
Oh,
Returning it to its rightful owner is,
Grandpa. Give me that cursed sword right now. I'll melt away the remnants of that man's curse once and for all.
Yeah, maybe I just shouldn't react. I know exactly what's happening.
Don't be rude, Yunli. Apologize to our esteemed guests from afar.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making a scene. But I have to melt down this cursed sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands.
Stella's just like, I don't know what to do right now.
Please, go for now. This is exactly why I didn't want Yunli to know about this. I didn't want
And how
to
bad could
create
it be
trouble,
cursed?
but trouble found its way here anyway. Perhaps it really is divine intervention. Could you, please, keep an eye on Yunli for me?
Sure thing. I'll make sure she doesn't get in any trouble.
That is a tall order, but
Yeah.
I'm counting on you.
Half of it was probably a lie.
I apologize for the unfortunate interruption. Let us move on with the ceremony.
At the fervent plea of Hainya, you temporarily depart from the palace. Something to find Yulin, probably.
Unless I'm mistaken, Yunli should be around here somewhere.
That's a hefty battleship there.
We got a battleship? Oh yeah, duh, it's in the sky. Not hidden underneath the stairs. Oh, pretty sure I looked at her. You just gonna watch her cry? What the hell?
Did Grandpa send you to look for me?
That's messed up that you can just watch it.
I bet he did.
No. Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm here just waiting for the perfect moment to snatch that
That would
sword.
be kind of funny.
And once I have it, I'll melt it down before anyone can react. Don't even think about stopping me. No one can stop me.
I mean, I'm kind of down with just letting her melt it. But also
Grandpa
care to explain?
Sent you here. Surely he doesn't want you to help me. Have you heard of cursed swords? That sword is one.
So it's a sacred sword that's been corrupted?
You've clearly heard a lot of folk tales. But that's not the kind of cursed sword I'm talking about. A cursed sword lets anyone, even a complete novice, wield it with insane skill. Just by holding the hilt, even the weakest rookie can brandish it with incredible speed and strength.
Something like that. March 7th could graduate in just one day. So where can I buy one?
I'm not joking around.
Okay, sorry.
And I'm not making up some crazy story. While a cursed sword grants instant abilities to its wielder, it comes at a cost. It's like continuously adding fuel to the forge. With each swing, the sword drains the wielder's blood and essence.
Jesus.
Day by day, the fuel will run out, leaving nothing but an empty husk. Soon enough, it will no longer be a person wielding a sword, but a mindless, killing machine, consumed by bloodlust and murderous thoughts.
Sounds like it's being possessed by a heliobus.
So you're familiar with Heliobi. That makes this much easier to explain. There was a lunatic swordsmith who infused metal blades with heliobi, as he was obsessed with turning weapons into living things. And this is how cursed swords were made.
So your father sealed a heliobus inside one?
I know. I shouldn't have caused a scene at the sword gifting ceremony. But I've thought this through. If I don't make a fuss now, that cursed sword will cause a whole lot more trouble. So it's better if it's me causing the trouble.
Okay, fair.
By the way, aren't they supposed to be taking the sword to the Artisanship Commission for repairs? Why haven't they come out yet?
Probably because they see us
Any
on the
ideas?
security camera. Oh yeah, or a hidden way out.
Looks like they're not going to show up here.
It's like she's just standing there menacingly
I'll just head straight to
outside.
the Artisanship Commission. It doesn't matter why Grandpa chose that sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands. I'll track down every single sword he forged and melt them down one after another. Just like I've been doing all these years.
How many did he do?
I have to go now.
Okay, bye.
Planning to sneak into the Artisanship Commission and steal that sword?
Most likely.
Maybe I
Oh,
should keep an eye on her.
I mean, that is what Grandpa told us to do.
The Artisanship Commission is so big. Where could she be?
Just a while ago, a girl came up to me, all fierce and demanding directions. She said she's a member of the Artisanship Commission. Do you know her?
No idea who she is. If she
Jesus.
really works here, how can she not
Oh,
know
she's
her way
scared.
around?
Was she carrying a massive sword?
Yeah, she wasn't big at all, but that weapon of hers was pretty intimidating.
She was in a hurry, heading straight for the Artisanship Commission.
She sounds
and I
more
didn't
pissed
want
than
to ask too many
scared.
Questions.
She said something like, "I'm a member of the Artisanship Commission. Where do you keep your precious stuff?" I got scared and pointed her toward Master Gongshu's warehouse, where he stores his arumatons.
Wait, why did you give her directions? What if she's planning to steal something?
Only if you got cursed swords there. Now, where did she go,
Where
though?
else? Like I said, she was headed straight for the warehouse, where all the valuable arumatons are.
Yeah, that place is filled with Master Gongshu's precious arumatons. I bet they'll give her a hard time.
I don't know about that. Oh, we're going the complete opposite way. Oh, we can't teleport? Right? Yeah, she did sound like a robber.
Stream 4.
Are we going the right way? I just, teleport over there? Okay, I was gonna say, watch it take us back to the same place we just were. Maybe it wraps around? Yeah, okay. I should probably got it under control.
What are you doing here?
Thought that was a capybara laying on the ground.
If I get into trouble, it's my problem. I don't want to drag you into it.
Alright, I'll just watch then. Although I kind of did promise you Grandpa, so I guess I'm here to help.
Let's smash these metal cans first. Then we can talk.
Right on time.
Feeling spiffy?
Alright.
Can you find the answer?
Also, last night I grinded quite a bit to level up Yulin. Don't really know if it's... She's definitely probably not built well, but she's at least doing more than 10k damage. So I did something right.
For the departed. It too shall fall.
Again. Yes, you!
Also, I saw some leaks earlier today of the Fox Lady, and I think I'm saving 100% for her, because holy crap.
Right on time.
It's beautiful.
Descend to earth.
Her ultimate, it's like kind of similar to Acheron's, but like I think it kind of goes even harder.
The waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Yippee!
That was the last of them. Thank you for helping me out. This
Fish
place
face
is heavily guarded, but there's nothing but arumatons. Where is the arsenal? Seems like not even those craftsmen know where the arsenal
Time to meld
is.
everything here.
At this rate, we won't find anything. And Grandpa might take me away before I can do anything. You're not really here to help me. You're here to stop me.
I haven't decided yet, but nah, we're gonna help.
It's not.
She's the pyromaniac.
Grandpa made a promise to the delegation, and going back on his word would tarnish his reputation and make things difficult for the Lofu.
How about we meld it, make a replica that's not cursed? You know, bamboozle them.
For the Lofu. So all things considered, the best outcome is for me to melt that sword down and take all the blame. You probably think I'm being impulsive and unreasonable, right?
So you are self-aware after all.
Hey, I'm not always like this. It's all because of that cursed sword.
Why don't you just tell me everything?
Look, I owe you an explanation, but this isn't the best place to talk. We need to find somewhere else.
Buffet time?
Let me be clear, though. I'm still pretty riled up. This is just a temporary break.
All right.
I already told you about Guyan, the sword that was returned during the ceremony. It's a cursed sword with a heliobus inside. And Hongguang, the swordsmith who forged it, is my father. I rarely mention his name to anyone other than Grandpa. Maybe, like you said, I've been avoiding having to talk about him. But as long as my mission to hunt down cursed swords continues, it's impossible to avoid the topic forever. For some reason, I feel like I can open up to you. Honestly, I don't remember much about him. All I know is that the Pyrogyre Forge used to be a bustling place.
Just want the
people
buffet.
From all over coming to get one of his swords. They called him the greatest master craftsman since Yingxing. I didn't catch all the details, but I do remember seeing him forge those amazing swords, while the visitors watched with smiles on their faces. I used to believe that craftsmen brought happiness to others.
Long pause.
The swords crafted by the Pyrogyre Forge are famed across the stars. They possess exceptional sharpness and invincibility.
Damn.
With these legendary weapons, even ordinary people can become skilled warriors, capable of overcoming the most formidable opponents. But then, he became obsessed with becoming a famed swordsmith, and started crossing all sorts of lines. He forged cursed swords that should never exist. And all those people who desired those twisted swords started flooding into the palace. However, just like Grandpa said, those who excel with the sword will eventually suffer by it. The palace was overrun with visitors
Oh, Jesus.
from afar.
Holy shit.
Some left empty-handed,
Turn
Others
dark
got
real quick.
swords that didn't fulfill their desires. And some even resorted to stealing. And in the midst of all the chaos my father created, he ended up being stabbed by one of the swords he forged. It was so sudden and unexpected. Everything went silent for a moment. All I could hear was the sound of bones breaking and blood pouring out.
Jesus.
I was frozen in place, unable to move. It was only when my mother pushed me away from the deadly swing of the cursed sword that I managed to escape. I don't remember much after that.
Yeah, I'm not hungry anymore.
Except for the pounding of my heart and the sound of my own gasps of breath. I could hear the smiths in the Pyrogyre forge shouting, "Run away, Yunli!" And the screams of agony. My tears wouldn't stop. And I couldn't see anything. I kept gasping for air until I collapsed in a pool of blood. If General Huayan hadn't arrived in time, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you now. After that,
Holy
General
crap.
Huayan took me in and treated me like his own granddaughter.
It's one hell of a backstory.
He is 100 times better than my sinful father. He taught me forging and swordsmanship. Han Guang paid for his sins, but his troubled legacy must not go unchecked. According to the records, he forged a total of 1,382
was busy.
Heliobus cursed swords, and 182 of them had unique designs. When I joined the Pyrogyre Forge for training, I made a vow to hunt down all those cursed swords. So far, I found 312 of them.
Oh, nice. We're
and
halfway
Guyan
there.
will be my 313th. Like all the other cursed swords, I'll separate it from the Heliobus. Then, I'll melt it down and make it part of the Blade of Forged Remnants. I've said my piece now. Even though it'll be tough for Grandpa, I still have to melt down the sword.
There's indeed a lot of melting. I think we should probably talk to this general.
You're saying, even though Grandpa knew it was a cursed sword, he still chose it to be a prize because he thought it wouldn't cause any trouble? No. No matter how I think about it, something is definitely off.
Yeah.
Grandpa didn't tell me anything about the ceremony. He must be hiding something.
Definitely
Besides,
part dwarf.
After
By the time
our
she's
argument
done.
today, you want me to go back and talk to him now? No way. At least not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, let's just sleep it off. Cooler heads prevail, you know,
Somehow,
and then get the melting.
after talking to you, I feel like I've cooled off a bit. Well, I'll have an honest conversation with Grandpa tomorrow. And I won't take any action against Gu Yun until he gives me his reasons.
Don't forget to apologize, too.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that in a public place.
Yeah, we could have, like, snuck in at night
Anyway.
and stolen it.
Thank you. We'll catch up tomorrow.
Then she melted all over
I
the
should go
place.
back to the Palace of Astrum and tell General Huayan what happened at the Artisanship Commission.
No one will know.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
You saw nothing, chat. We're leaving now. Just giving that guy a free haircut. That's what that was.
My granddaughter didn't cause any trouble, did she, young lady?
No, but she trauma dumped on us, and now we're sad. explain what happened in detail and
Sorry for all this trouble. Yunli told you quite a bit. Now it's time for this old man to tell my side of the story.
Oh, great. Now it's his turn.
Honguang was my beloved disciple. A rare genius not seen in the Pyrogyre Forge since Yingxing. However, talent can sometimes be a curse.
True.
He had an unusual fervor for forging, and he dreamed of forging a sword with self-awareness that surpassed that of humans. He believed
I'll cry if he has big belt
invincible without any training. According to him, while weapons of mass destruction like Zhu-Ming flames and alchemical arrows can destroy many enemies, true victory lies with soldiers who fearlessly fight, ready to lay their lives on the line. Usually, Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse a basic level of awareness into their swords to make them easier to wield. But even then, soldiers need to experience countless battles to overcome fear and sharpen their instincts. So,
we took it up to 11.
by infusing Heliobi into swords, he managed to forge weapons that could grant their wielders strength and valor, and even make decisions for them. However, weapons are different from regular tools. They are meant to kill, plain and simple. After countless battles, all the anger, fear, and bloodlust are soaked up by the Heliobi within the swords. The soldiers wielding them not only gain strength, but they also become consumed by the malice, turning them into puppets possessed by the swords. No matter how noble Honguang's intentions were, those weapons, soaked in blood,
couldn't you use like a good Heliobi?
You know,
maybe?
Later, Outworlders got wind of what he was doing and encouraged him to keep forging cursed swords. They came up with all sorts of reasons for taking back their kingdoms, to slaying demons. And you know what happened next. That massacre took her parents' lives, and the lives of many craftsmen in the Pyrogyre Forge. Yunli managed to survive, but she couldn't escape the horrors of that day.
Yeah, no, she heard, saw, and probably smelled everything. But you didn't want her to see the sword, huh?
I don't want her to spend her whole life trapped under her father's shadow. She doesn't deserve to carry the weight of his mistakes. Despite her vow to hunt down and wipe out all cursed swords, fulfilling that vow requires immense effort. Traversing the starry seas in search of the swords is like finding a needle in a haystack. And to reclaim those swords,
gotta get it like a dragon radar to find them all.
Bloodthirsty wielders, teetering on the edge of life and death. She has taken back over 300 cursed swords, and has suffered the same number of fatal wounds. I took her in to give her a chance at a normal childhood, not to send her on a sword-hunting journey.
The normal childhood thing kind of ended after, you know, she got Batman.
Swords one day. What will she do with her life after?
Does the sword really contain a Heliobus?
Is indeed one of the cursed swords forged by Honguang. Very few swordsmiths could use Heliobi as forging material, and Honguang was one of them. His attempt came at a terrible cost.
Yeah, she's coming here tomorrow, by the way.
An opportunity. I wanted to tell her that her father wasn't all evil, that even the man she resents so much managed to forge a true sword of heroes. I also wanted to find a chance to tell her about the history and origin of this sword, but not during the ceremony. As you saw, it wasn't a good time. I've instructed the Artisanship Commission to keep the sword safe in the arsenal. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask the people involved.
Master Gongshu, there's something I want to talk about. General Hun gave Lafu a sword called Gunvian. Don't worry about it. General Hunya has already conferred his instructions, right? I heard from my apprentice that a young lady with a sword barged into the Artisan Commission. That's General Hunya's daughter, right? Is she here to chat or kidnap me? You're probably fine. She already promised that she wouldn't take Ginyan until we've confirmed the situation. What? She was coming to steal the sword? My nerves can't take much more of this. The Knight of Beauty just escorted the sword to the Artisan Commission. It is currently in the armory without a chance for comparison or mishap. You just relax. When I have time, I want to hear that girl tell me why she tried to steal the blade.
Since my granddaughter mentioned talking to me tomorrow, I'll be waiting for her. By the way, you watched over her for quite some time. You must be exhausted, aren't you?
You treat me to a buffet?
Dang it. I'll be counting on you then.
Time to go back and find that class skipping March 7th.
She's just like completely left the planet. She's like, yeah, I'm done with the sword training. We return to the Express and come face to face with Mart. Oh yeah, she literally left the planet. She's on the Astral Express. Sipping milk tea and gossiping, time slipped away unnoticed. The next day arrived. You there, Blank? Are you able to cooperate with us for a bit? Come by the Artisan Commission. Something happened to the sword? Oh, I didn't even say anything. How'd you know? Correct. That's correct. The Artisan Commission said they received a sword yesterday from General Hyena. Today, when we've checked in, the sword vanished. Oh boy, she done it. Anyway, the Realm Keeping Commission is officially conducting an investigation and is interrogating the relevant individuals. Definitely told them to be careful. Well, we definitely know who did it. It was March. Anyway, who attended yesterday's ceremony lacks a clear alibi, will be considered a suspect. The craftsman also mentioned a young girl who broke into the Artisan Commission with a sword in hand. She bears the bulk of suspicion. All right, enough chatter. I'll see you at the Artisan Commission. So she didn't cool off. I probably shouldn't have told her to, you know, sneak out at night and steal it. That one's probably on me.
All right, everyone is here. It's time for questioning.
Yunli, I'm sure you understand why the official called you here, right?
Yeah? But I didn't steal the sword.
Objection. Oh, we're not there yet. Okay. I can vouch for her. She was with me the whole time.
Now is not the time to use your reputation like that.
Sorry.
If we
I'll be
don't
quiet.
recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the Lawfu and betraying the delegation. We're counting on you to find the truth, Official Dahao.
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Even though Yunli is firm in her words, we can't just rely on her testimony.
She did make a big scene yesterday.
After everything, the sword still got stolen. They should have given it to me from the beginning.
Honestly, I agree.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious to some extent. Miss Yunli is the main suspect. First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yunli openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. She even mentioned it multiple times. After the ceremony, she broke into the Artisanship Commission and destroyed Arumatons in an attempt to get the sword.
Ooh, this is not looking good for you.
Right?
That's true.
The Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal where Gu Yun was stored, and there were no signs of forced entry through the doors or windows. The only possible entrance or exit was a small window gap.
What if the sword stole itself?
A few inches wide.
Wish we had March here. What would she do? It's locked in a murder mystery.
It's just a theft.
For now.
The box
It's cursed sword.
Gu Yun was opened and the sword went missing. But none of the other swords in the room were touched. Which means...
It was planned in advance.
I don't think it was stolen on a whim.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only Gu Yun. So, Besides the ceremony participants, only the delegation members had access to the sword.
Could be someone from there?
In that case, why would they return it to the Xianzhou in the first place?
Like a calling card kind of thing. I don't know.
That makes sense. The delegation, led by the Knight of Beauty, delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission.
No, Argentine's good.
Craftsmen who received
He would
it
never do it.
testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal.
I trust my homie. But we're still going to say that he might have done it.
Argenti? Oh, that Knight of Beauty. He was with the delegation when they handed over the sword to the Artisanship Commission. You might not know, but he's the one who recognized the sword's origin on Kalevala and escorted it back to the Xianzhou. In other words, he's the one who made it possible for the sword to come home. So, he wouldn't have gone through all that trouble to bring it to the Law Fu if he wanted to keep the sword for himself, right?
I mean, yeah, unless he, then learned that it was evil.
Master Gongshu checked the work records, and I questioned all the craftsmen and apprentices who were on shift at the time. But I didn't find any suspicious individuals.
Why would you out yourself like that, Stella? It was me, Dio.
So, did you steal it?
No.
Then stop joking around.
That's all I could do, man. I'm sorry.
I can prove that she came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission, so she couldn't have stolen the sword.
To put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission, and not everyone who might want the sword has seen it. So, the only remaining suspect is Miss Yunli.
Fair enough.
I hope that's what Argentine says to us the next time we see him. You're approaching me.
Steal the sword.
Well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
No, this isn't the only remaining possibility,
If you
though.
want to prove me wrong, you'd better come up with some solid evidence.
I'm telling you, the sword stole itself.
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yunli clear her name.
The container used to seal Ginya is indeed a sight to behold. The beauty is radiant. Perhaps it was even the very beauty that was drawn unwanted attention. Regardless of one of the pieces of physical evidence left at the scene, it just might hold traces of the thief. What's the lock look like? The locking mechanism nestled with the case remains intact, bearing no marks of external force or tampering.
So, the thief took the sword from the case without picking the lock?
So someone with a key. Sword case masterfully adorned with metal wire inlays traces the pattern of lotus flowers, subtly proclaiming its origin from the illustrious Sanzhou Zumin. You notice a few smears of red along the bottom of the sword case interiors. It's hard to ignore, as if a deliberate declaration of existence to those who are viewing the sword. Extract the red coloring from the interior. Just looks like a baguette. A few petals teeter. Oh, it's frickin' Argentine.
Why is this flower petal inside the case?
All right, our boy did steal it. This is not looking good for him.
If you found any clues.
Yeah, I found kind of big one.
Everyone.
Oh.
All right. Come back.
I'm not done talking, though.
Who could have thought that the Mieka Kivesa would be stolen?
He's kind of dumb sometimes.
Granddaughter? Regardless, we've accomplished our mission, and now it's the Xianzhou's problem. By the way, why did that girl call it a cursed sword?
Is it
quite upsetting.
cursed? It's pretty self-explanatory. Because the sword contains an evil spirit.
That's enough,
yeah.
young lady.
What the fuck? I'm just telling you.
Straight. On Kalevala, this sword has always been highly revered.
Right. My bad.
The first master of the Mieka Kivesa slew countless demons and then passed it down to a line of wise monarchs. The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the sword and gain insight into defeating their enemies.
I forgot it came from his homeworld. But also could be from myths and legends.
Of course,
just,
it
you know.
could just be a myth. After all, no one has actually heard the sword speak. The point is that the Mieka Kivesa did help the ancestors of Kalevala build a strong foundation. It's definitely not a cursed sword.
I mean, it could have evolved into a cursed sword now.
I don't want to make things difficult for official Dahao. Let's do this his way and prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can prove my innocence right away.
That would be too convenient. It would also make it look like you stole it.
There's something else bothering me. Why would the thief take the sword and leave the case behind?
Just to fuck with us?
Did they melt down the sword like I wanted to?
Maybe the case was too much trouble.
Yeah. Maybe. But if the case was too much trouble,
She's definitely so sure while being wrong.
conspicuous to carry around the sword like that in plain sight?
Unless, you know, they're also a sword user and just have like an empty sword holding thingy.
Yes, I received your message yesterday and went to the arsenal to check on it. But when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. I don't know anything else, so asking more questions won't help, I'm afraid.
Thanks, that was a lot of help.
However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to clarify something. Even though the sword was stolen, this commission is still highly secure.
What do you mean by that?
No, I just remembered. My precious aromatons were smashed.
Yeah. It was probably the culprit. Anyway, we're gonna leave. Are you part of the case? No, you're just curing a hangover. Who else was here? Oh. The grandfather himself.
Yunli says she didn't steal the sword, and I am willing to believe her. But I know well that Yunli can be impulsive. So if she did steal the sword on a whim, I won't show her any favors. You were with Yunli yesterday, young lady, so you have the best chance to prove her innocence. Is there anything you need to ask me?
Did she come to you yesterday like she said
No,
she was good? Okay,
she was still mad at me, so she didn't come by. If
Still
she
not
had
looking
come
good
with
for her
you,
again.
She wouldn't be a suspect right now.
How was it
After
delivered?
the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the Artisanship Commission. The artisan there confirmed that the sword was safely stored.
Ooh. Maybe Yulin is like playing 5D chess and stole one of Argentine's rose petals and put it in there to frame him.
I'm counting on you then.
If you found any clues, feel free to tell everyone.
I feel like I found a couple, but
Thank you,
yeah, she didn't do it.
but I'm not sure if I can convince Mr. Dahao.
100% sure.
Maybe like 99.
Let
Not
me
go all the
through my
way.
reasoning again, and you can interrupt if anything feels off.
Please tell me I get the scream objection.
Throughout the entire incident,
Oh, fuck, it's these
there was
things.
only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yunli.
Mm-hmm. So, do I have any evidence? What exactly did he say? Let's just present this.
On second thought, maybe let me think about it.
Nope, that was the
again.
wrong one. Okay. See, sometimes
take your time.
The
My
first
reasoning is
thing
solid.
that they talk about isn't even
Throughout
something
the
that you can like
entire
present to.
incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission.
So usually I just
That
kind of
was
go
Miss
from the
Yunli.
top sometimes and just hope that one of these
Take
is
your
right.
time.
Okay,
Throughout
no.
the entire incident,
We'll go
Miss
to the
Yunli
next one.
caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take
Mhm.
away Guyun. But you stopped her in her tracks.
Continue
What
question.
the house said seems right.
Oh.
Exactly. So at least Yunli didn't steal the sword at that time, because we were at the Arumaton warehouse.
If your testimony is reliable. I'm not implying anything, but we need to scrutinize every piece of evidence. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take away Guyun.
What about Master Gungshu's testimony? Nope. Okay.
Take your time. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take away Guyun.
Yeah.
But you stopped her in her
She
tracks.
swore to completely melt everyone.
On second thought,
Take your time.
You'll be hearing on second thought a lot.
Artisanship Commission trying to take away Guyun.
Just go through at least all the tests. Nope.
Take your time. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission.
on second thought,
Okay, yeah, no.
Take your time. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the... After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Guyun.
Yeah, but what about the rose petal, though?
on second thought,
Take your time. After bidding farewell to you, Yunli...
on second thought,
okay.
Take your time. After bidding farewell, we
Get
haven't
soft-locked
found any
in there.
other suspects or evidence.
Ah, I know this one.
I
Yes.
found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
Case closed.
Rose petal? Huh.
Yep,
I
first
must have
try.
missed it during the search. But why was there a petal inside the case?
Bro didn't even look in the case. She's like, nah, she did it.
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible to clean up.
Ooh, success.
My thoughts are a mess. Let me sort them out.
Like she just kept showing me
The sword
papers. I
case
didn't
was
fucking
never
understand
locked,
any of it.
which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty. But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why did he steal it after returning it here? And why would he leave that petal in the case?
I think the petal one's unrelated. I think he just kind of goofed. It's Argentine, not me.
Guyun flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
It did
Don't
steal
be
itself.
ridiculous. How can a sword escape from a case on its own?
But you need to watch more movies.
You've never seen a flying sword before?
Have you never seen Yang Qing use his swords?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But even if it could fly, why would the Knight of Beauty do this?
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword.
Oh boy.
Maybe he was under its control even before you arrived on the Lofu.
Official Dahao, where can we find that knight?
Let me see. The docking location of Argenti's ship, the one and only.
Let's go.
Yeah, his ship's name
We've got
is
to
the
find
one and only,
Argenti
by the way.
Before that sword completely takes over his mind.
All right, let's go fight Argentine. Argentine.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
Speaking of roses, Acheron knows who we're about to deal with. Oh boy. How you feeling? Is that a chair? In a corner of Starskiff Haven, you stumble upon a knight clad in silvering. 15th day, month, X. There is a chair.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
Knight of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyun, right? Hand it over. You have no idea how dangerous that cursed sword is.
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon.
Okay, fair. So you intentionally left the rose petal behind?
Yes, I did. As a driller's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty, and I abhor theft. I had to leave behind a rose petal in order to keep my promise to Master Guyon and uphold my knightly oath.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyon in its escape from the Xianzhou. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I must not let it down. I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsman, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind a small piece of evidence that pointed to my identity in the hope of an open and honest conversation with you.
I mean, but you still technically stole it, though.
Your reasons are. You're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Xianzhou. Hand it over to me.
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyon that impressed me. So I willingly embarked on the journey to return the sword. But unfortunately, Master Guyon's homeland is no longer the ideal place for it to return to. As a knight of beauty, I must not abandon it halfway.
Oh no. He's completely captivated by the power of that cursed sword.
I don't think so. That's kind of technically how he is. It's like a devil that can mess with your mind.
Cursed sword so scary.
Captivated? No, I am touched by Master Guyon's flawless beauty. To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword. This is quite
Okay, maybe he has been
heartrending.
speaking to the sword.
I've already made up my mind to take Master Guyon away from the Xianzhou.
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. But I'll break you free from its grip. I'll shatter its illusion. And the sword itself.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage me with a fair duel according to knightly etiquette. As a representative of this duel, I, Argenti, challenge you.
Representative?
I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyon in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyon to leave the Xianzhou with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I'll accept my defeat and turn Master Guyon over to you. Do you accept my challenge, Miss Yunli?
Fine. Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take it away, or my desire to hunt down all cursed swords. Show me what you've got.
Oh boy.
You're not going to use Guyon to fight for victory?
So we're gonna retreat. The team lineup is not great for that one.
This haven of memories. Every touch.
Yeah, anyway, we're gonna run away. Sorry.
Is like a thorned rose.
I think I saw ice. This might work.
Success.
I want to know where he found the chair, though. Just instantly right.
Knight of Beauty. You're not going to use
Okay, yeah, I did see ice.
for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
Yeah, he's good at being weird. Basically, this dude follows the Adrilla the Beauty, which is another Eon that I think is dead, but he's still like turbo simps for her.
Yin and yang.
He's definitely waiting for the musical chairs to begin.
This big diamond, it's all yours.
Rise
Time
to the
to twirl,
challenge.
fight to live. Time to twirl, shivering mountains.
Not really doing much damage to us, to be honest.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Symbol of pure.
You're fighting a gentleman.
It's definitely too beautiful to be damaged.
Until everything burns to
His beauty messed up my words. That's how beautiful he was.
yin and yang.
Also, I like how every time you break one of his shield's weakness, or actually when you kill it, it just like stabs him.
Put forth all your might.
Yin and yang. Right on time. Fight to live!
Rise to the challenge.
Time to twirl! Descend to earth! Time to twirl!
Holy shit, she did 74k.
Set the seas ablaze!
Bear witness.
She's actually outperforming Firefly for some crazy way. That's wild.
It's all yours!
Rise to the challenge.
Oh, don't put up a shield, dude. Oh, the shield's gone. Never mind. All right.
Put forth all your might.
Attack detected.
Right on time.
Hey, Fushuang, if you want to do some healing, that would be great right about now.
Until everything burns to ashes! Severing mountains! Fight to live! Time to twirl!
I don't know about this.
Gather as one. Human creation.
How much is that even going to heal? Well, she healed herself at least. Alright, well, at least we got the face too.
You're fighting a gentleman.
Well, a gentleman wouldn't use his shield and boost himself, so could you just not do that?
Right on time.
Put forth all your might.
Or constantly smack the shit out of her face?
This big diamond! It's all yours!
Yeah, some of the bosses have like up to 3 phases sometimes. You can tell with the little dots up here.
Descend to earth! Time to twirl!
Oh god, Hurt is gonna die.
Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Right on time.
I gotta believe in you that believes in me then.
Through clouds!
Because, we about to lose our only healer. Although I guess these two do heal themselves, so... It's gonna be real close.
Rise to the challenge.
This big diamond!
Hurt is definitely dead next turn, though.
Rise to the challenge.
Gather as one. Human
Also, God, I love Argentina's fucking battle theme. It's so beautiful.
Attack detected. Right on time.
Put forth all your might.
Holy shit, she's hanging in. She's hanging in. Ain't no way.
Time to twirl.
Oh, she's dead.
Right on time. Descend to earth.
Rise to the challenge. Rise to the challenge.
Herder, your sacrifice, and Fushuang, your sacrifice was not in vain.
Right on time. Set the seas ablaze.
Rise to the challenge.
Mountains fall.
Behold, this symbol of pure. Let the duel commence.
Slap.
If he didn't bring the chair, everyone would have lived.
Confess.
Right on time.
Put forth all your might.
Right on time.
Bro, can you just die? You're living on 2% for like 16 hours. Holy shit, bro.
Clouds.
Thank you. Oh my god.
I've lost.
Barely.
According to the rules of a knight's duel, I should keep my promise and hand over the sword to you. But before I do that, I hope that you, as the winner, might have the mercy and listen to Master Guyon's past experiences.
This sword has been cursed since the day it was forged.
I don't want to hear about all of his killings.
And let me destroy it.
Do what she says, knight.
Oh, shit.
But... You've done so much for me already.
It's Vader.
It's time for me to face her alone.
Argentine draws forth an ancient sword sacred from countless battles before all eyes.
I'm weary of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. To explain why I wanted to escape. After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands. Are you afraid to witness my past, little girl?
I might be.
Afraid? Well, you do have a different aura from other cursed swords.
And you're not stabbing anyone right now.
But you're just trying to use my curiosity to lure me in.
Well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's sanity.
I mean, it's worth a shot. Or a slice.
Fine. Show me your past.
It's so cool. How do I take a photo? I want to take a photo of the the flying sword. Other way. That's sick. Just your average tourist on the Lawfield.
It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud Knight forces.
This is about to be melted.
What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me.
Oh.
Is this your memory?
We're on Urilo 6.
It's so cold here. I didn't feel it when I was in the thick of battle, but now it's freezing me to the bone.
Hey, Chief. Welcome.
You're indeed a masterpiece from the Xianzhou Juming. If you hadn't taken control of my body, I probably would have been decapitated in that fight.
Quiet, and stay alert. Boris and wolf troopers never give up the hunt.
Hey, just relax a bit. It's been over 300 days since we were both stranded on this planet.
Jeez.
The transmitter never rings, so I guess we can't count on that anymore. The people on this planet still use beasts to pull their carts. Obviously, there's no way they can help us fix the star skiff.
Well, this might not be Urilo 6 then.
Looks like we're stranded on this forsaken planet for the rest of our lives.
The rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. Are you feeling any desperation? All by yourself in this hostile world?
Yeah, a bit. Perhaps.
When things get too rough for you to handle, just leave everything to me. No need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
For being a cursed sword, he's pretty nice so far.
If I really can't handle things anymore, I'll leave my body to you. But now is not that time.
Do you really think you can oppose an entire Borisan army with your limited skills?
Let him cook.
What are you holding out for?
It's true that I'm stranded here. But it seems like that Borisan pack is in the same boat. By the way, Guyan, do you know what a seed is? A seed may seem insignificant, but with careful cultivation and time, it can grow into a huge, unwavering tree. You said that the rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. You're right. That's why I intend to plant a seed named Resistance here, and nurture it for the rest of my life. I want to show the people of this land how to defend themselves against those monsters. I can already see the seed in the eyes of those people.
You really think you can do it? Why not just give me control, and we can revel in the bloodbath together?
I don't think he wants to do a bloodbath. He just kind of wants to protect the people.
Just saw.
It was a memory of me and a Cloud Knight. Stranded on an unfamiliar planet. We crash-landed on a planet occupied by Borison. Just the two of us.
I can feel that it was a lonely war.
I like the way the sword flies. That's cool.
I'm alive. But all the young people in the village...
Oh god, did they get Anakin?
They died.
Oh god.
They died for you.
Yikes.
They died because of your big promises. Promising them a life free from the Borison. I tasted their despair before death. They didn't see it coming. And neither will you.
We can't stay here. Let's move on to the next village.
Surely it won't happen again.
Why? What's the point? You and your sorry excuse for an army have been fighting for over 3 decades, and you haven't won a single battle. What you're sowing is not resistance,
Like a track record.
Despair. This world is hopeless. It's completely infested with packs of Borison. You've seen their numbers, and you know their methods. And those commoners you've put your hopes in. They just kneel down and worship the monsters devouring their children and families, calling them their beastmasters. You beheaded one of the beastmasters for their sake, but they turned on you because they were scared of the Borison taking revenge. You remember all that, right?
I do. I remember my first death. The Borison cut off my head. But I also remember
Wait,
that
you
if
died
it
already?
weren't for a brave youngster who risked his neck to reattach my head and give me a proper burial, I would have disappeared completely. I remember everything the people did for me. They left food at the entrance of my cave, fixed my fur coat, and some even joined my resistance. The rest of the Xianzhou native's life is still terribly long, and there will be new youngsters who will stand beside me in battle. Time is on our side.
We're just gonna sit here and wait for that time.
You said it was a lonely war. No. It wasn't a war filled with loneliness, but with despair. So much despair that I don't want to ever taste it again.
Oh. His sword turned a new hilt.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going, Your Highness?
I'm returning to my homeland. A distant place beyond the sky. I'm not coming back.
But what should we do with you gone? What if those wolf demons show up again?
I guess you're gonna have to die. Oh, okay, cool.
Child. You've wiped out the last of them.
Oh.
But before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Even though the wolf demons are gone, new monsters will appear in this world. Soon, a demon will appear, donning golden branches and knowing only bloodshed. However, fear not, my children. I'm entrusting you with this sword that's been with me in countless battles. Use the skills I've taught you over the years, and you'll surely defeat that last demon. But that's not all. I need you to construct a stone monument for me. It must be large and sturdy enough to seal the remains of that demon forever.
Oh, okay.
This is a debt.
Thought he wanted a statue of himself.
And you must fulfill it. Do you understand?
You lied to them. And you lied to me, too. Oh? You promised that you'd give your body to me when you couldn't handle things anymore.
Well, this Xianzhou native's life has finally come to an end, my old friend. How about one last chance for revenge? Come and bid me farewell for the final time.
He had long since come to some understanding. I could sense a mix of intricate emotions flowing out. It wasn't bloodlust, or anger, or fear. What he had left for you was hope.
They've learned how to fight monsters. But there's still one last monster lingering in the world. Kill it, my old friend. He left me there without ever looking back.
I can't believe I'm about to cry over a sword.
Thank you, my old friend. Heliobi can taste human emotions. How do my emotions taste?
Probably terrible.
My old friend.
A hint of bitter compassion and a touch of scalding courage. Your heart's deepest desire is to end war once and for all. Now, the war is finally over. Can you hear? Even though you can't hear me anymore, my old friend, I'll do everything I can to bring an end to all conflicts in this world.
So, this is the past of the Kalevalan people's Sword of Heroes? You helped the people of that world bring an end to war?
No, I did not. I am a weapon, and I only became the cause of more conflicts. Countless monarchs of Kalevala saw me as a symbol of kingship endowed by nature, and they waged wars in order to possess me. I grew tired of their wicked intentions. I didn't want to kill for anyone anymore. So I returned to the stone monument where my master was buried. And since then, no one was able to remove me from it.
But you allowed Argenti to take you away?
Because even after all this time, I still wanted my master to come home.
Oh, man. I feel like we don't gotta melt the sword, right? Come on. Let's put it back with the master.
During the sword gifting ceremony, I felt anguish when I learned that I would be handed over to the most skilled sword master and once again become a tool for killing. My master had engraved his deepest desire into my blade. End war. As a weapon, my purpose was predetermined from the start. I had to become a deadly sword that would relentlessly hack and kill. But once I fulfilled my mission, would I have the right to choose my own destiny like he did? So, I asked the Knight of Beauty to help me break free from this never-ending cycle of bloodshed.
These thousands of years have naturally turned into memories of mine. I think I understand the beauty the knight was talking about now.
I don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago.
Definitely gonna melt from tears.
The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
One hell of an end line right there.
I've told you everything about my experience with Master Guyon on Kalevala.
Definitely goes way too long.
I'm sure that Miss Yunli is as moved by the sword's flawless beauty as I was back then.
I certainly am.
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was still fascinating. Yunli, I trust Guyon's experiences have changed your mind.
I had no idea this sword had such a past. General Hinya said this sword would change you. He definitely was not lying.
Grandpa hid it from me, so I wouldn't make a hasty decision. I always thought a cursed sword infused with a heliobus would only bring rage and slaughter. I never thought someone could leave behind the desire to end war, and even change the nature of the cursed sword. My position was too extreme. Guyon is truly a sword of heroes. I apologize to all of you for my behavior. I'm sorry.
Now that we've proven Miss Yunli's innocence and found the sword, should we now return it to the arsenal?
No.
Oh god. Oh my
I'm still going to melt down this sword.
I mean, I guess you can finally rest, but jeez. Yeah, I'm with you, Stella.
I've heard your true desires, Guyon. I can sense that you're tired of being a sword. Constantly serving new masters and fighting battles you no longer want to be part of. Right?
But being a sword is my destiny. I'm doomed to serve some master and fight battles endlessly. Can the wind choose to stop blowing? Can a cloud choose to stop drifting? No. It's the same for me. A creation with a predetermined destiny.
That's not true, Guyon. That nameless swordmaster shaped his own destiny. So you can too.
I just can't picture my destiny being anything other than that of a sword.
Do you remember when you stood alone in front of the swordmaster's stone monument? People admired you because you carried the memories of the hero. You were no longer a sword. You were a memorial.
Later, as I became worn and weathered, the gentle wind would pass through the hollows of my body, creating melodic tones that echoed in the distant mountains. I became a musical instrument then. I miss those times.
Does sound hella peaceful.
Can a creation become what it wants to be? The answer is yes. I'll grant your wish, Guyon, and transform you into something different.
Something different?
But this is the price for the war dance. If the Kalevalan delegation finds out... Please, say something, General Huayan.
Well, my granddaughter has always been stubborn. Are you really sure about this, Yunli?
What do you all think?
Well, I'm pretty sure you already have your mindset on melting him, so... But you're on board, I'm on board too.
Master Guyon's wishes is the reason I came to the Xianzhou. With the Driller's blessing, you could turn Master Guyon into a plow.
Or a
But
bird.
as long as it
Or a
fulfills
chair.
his wish to end war, I support it fully.
Then, I'll leave it to you, Yunli.
Finally, you make your way to Artisan Commission Pentend Armory seeking ore,
It's been
furnace.
an honor getting to know you like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
Oh man, 07 in the chat for the cursed sword.
Smile a long face, my child. Are you feeling regret, perhaps? You were completely determined when melting down the sword. So, why the sudden change of heart?
Grandpa, I melted down the prize for the war dance.
Yeah, you sure did.
How are you going to explain this?
You
to the
literally
boss?
terminated it. Terminated it.
Am I hearing right? This little girl is worried about her grandpa. Didn't see that coming.
Pulls out another cursed sword. It's like,
If only I'd talked to you from the beginning, Grandpa. Maybe things wouldn't have escalated like this.
Yeah.
But at least Guyen got what it wanted. I have no regrets there.
When it comes to swords, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. So, are you planning to continue melting down the rest of Hongguang's swords?
1000% she's gonna say yeah. Yep.
Guyen is unique. But the other cursed swords are still too dangerous for anyone to handle. But maybe I'll try to be more patient next time.
Be more patient. Well said. Remember what you learned today, because there will be many more situations in the future that will require you to be more patient.
I know, honestly, I thought she was gonna change her heart on that.
But what about the prize?
Well, ever since you showed up at the ceremony, I had a hunch. So I prepared another sword as a backup plan. And don't worry, this one has nothing to do with Heliobi.
Okay, good.
That's perfect.
Looks at it. I want to melt it. It's
By
like,
the
what the
way,
fuck, you
The ambassador from Kalevala and that knight went to Arum Alley. They're looking for a spot to honor the hero. Why don't we go take a look together?
Sure, but Yulin, you're not invited. Can't believe she still melted him. I made the joke that the sword was Vader, but I mean, it basically went through the Vader arc.
Oh, General Huayan. What brings you here?
Well, my granddaughter was inspired by the heroic legends told by the Mieka Kivesa, so she dragged me here to take a look.
Why'd we choose this
I come
place?
from a long line of Kalavalan monument keepers. For generations, my family has guarded the stone monument left behind by the nameless hero. Over the centuries, a golden tree sprouted from under the monument, and its branches have never withered. We Kalevalans see it as proof of the hero's existence. Before leaving Kalevala, I took a branch from that golden tree, hoping to plant it here to represent the hero returning to his homeland.
That sounds good. We Xianzhou people don't make coffins or set up memorials, so I'm sure he would be happy to rest here where life is bustling.
And it's pretty too.
The hero had asked our ancestors
That's
to
pretty cool.
carve something into the monument, so I made a copy of it too. While the inscription is pretty worn with age, perhaps you can still make out some of it.
I have drifted far from my homeland and am on the brink of death. Yet, I take solace in having honorably fulfilled my duties. Should you feel compassion for me, kind traveler, please take a handful of soil hence and bring it back to the Lawfu. Mr. Pavo, I wonder if that hero ever left a name in your history.
I apologize, but the hero's epic battles happened long ago. and he did not leave any name for us to call him.
Was it her father?
In
No, he
our
died
mythology,
by the sword. Never mind.
He came from the heavens, and so we call him the Cloud Knight.
Welcome home, Cloud Knight.
A sick name.
You can also rest here, Guyan.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We could try and talk to the furnace, but I don't think we'll get an answer of that one. Well, wow, that was wild. I like that side quest. That was awesome. Although I kind of wish we didn't melt the sword and just put it back in the stone and let it, you know, live out its life as a musical instrument, but that's fine. Oh, wow, a random chest.
Inspection complete.
It's been here for so long and I've walked by that so many times. All right, well, because we didn't get our buffet, though, before we end today, are you food? I doubt I could eat artisan hardware. I mean, I don't think that's food either. I just want some food. Traveling merchant, you probably got some food, right? Yeah, I was just passing by. I'm just looking for food. I'm sorry. Yeah, just, what? What are they, wait, what the fuck? People's sweat smells different than when they're lying. Sniff. Guess what? My keen nose just picked up. This smell is the smell. You're perfect. I couldn't care less what you think. What the? Won't give you a hard time. Be careful. I have moods and you might just end up on my bad side. Oh my god, I'm just looking for the buffet. Holy shit.
Hey, you. I've got all sorts of exotic treasures for sale.
Is any of it food? I can't eat any of this. There's another chest. Oh my god, I have not explored this at all.
No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
Any of these food? Tea house. Surely we can get food there. We can end it. Oh god. Am I gonna have to call this guy a pervert too? Wait a minute. Was that a fucking Yakuza reference? Because the other guy was named Majima and then this is Kiryu. I think we just stumbled upon a Yakuza reference somehow. Alright, well, I can't find the food. I think we're just gonna end it here for today, and then, I think the next time I'm gonna be streaming is probably gonna be on Saturday, sometime in the afternoon, playing, the rest of Half-Life Alyx in VR. So that should be fun. And, I will... Oh, it's the food lady! We're not done.
I love
come for the
chatting about
buffet.
food with people.
I think I'll take this instead of that thing. Thanks. Thanks. All right, well, we're gonna leave for today. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. Peace.